Hello and welcome back to yet another coding video. This one's coming out a little bit later than I would have hoped, not just time of day wise, but uh, time wise, just in general, about a week later than I would have liked to have had this particular project done. But this is me trying to learn C, and actually not just trying, but succeeding in learning C sharp, not just C. Um, C sharp, from what I can tell from my limited knowledge of both C and Java, C sharp seems like the love child of C and Java, which is good, which is very good. It's got a lot of really fun things here. Um, so my original plan for this project, and this part is still in progress. There's this game that I've been playing called Space Engineers recently, that has in-game scripting that you can use that you can code using C sharp. And so I'm like, hey, I want to get into that. So I started trying to teach myself C sharp. So I made this little game just to demonstrate the concepts that I have learned so far, that are currently transferring over into this other game that I've been playing. Trust me, that game is a lot cooler than what I'm about to show off here. If anyone knows what Cookie Clicker is, this is pretty much a discount cookie clicker. I coded a terminal-based cookie clicker, which may or may not be a good thing. That's up to you to decide. Let's walk through the code a little bit before we get going. So I've got my main. I've got two classes out here. Then on my public, I have my program wrapper as well. Um, I have my So I have the collector class. It takes a bunch of information. Basically, it is fed information from the counter, which keeps track of how many different collectors I have, and it has a list of all the collectors and blah blah blah. And so it says like, hey, what kind of collector am I? And I know I could have just coded different classes for this, but I already know how to code different classes for this, so I wanted to experiment with inheriting data and whatnot. So it determines its own characteristics based on the string that gets passed in. It's like, hey, what am I called? Oh, this is my name. Okay, cool. And then yeah, so it has a few functions here. So coming from Python, I just have to say that I do love like this whole deal that you have going on here with like we have to declare your variable. Like, oh, what kind of variable is this? Is this public? Is it private? Who sees this? And then you say, no, only the collector sees this. If I want to share this information, you will go through the get functions, which again I think is pretty cool. Really clean. Um, I'll demonstrate some of these functions here, but like I have a get production. There's a query on the counter. It says like the counter has a here. Let me close up all of these things here. Not close them up, but at least collapse them there. So like this here has a tick, and it says like, oh, in the tick, it gets its total production. Where'd that function go? Oh, it's right up there. I ignored it. So it goes through. It loops through. It's in a for each loop. It loops through everything, gets the production there, and it's not terribly complicated there. Um, let's see. Is there anything else I really wanted to point out here? Oh yeah. Leveling up. Not necessarily. I mean, it's all going to be pretty self-explanatory. I'll explain stuff as we go through the code. For like. As we run through what it actually does. The main class here. Oh yes, threading. Ever since I learned about threading, I've been in love with it, and I used it in this one as well. So there's the user input, right? There's this whole entire thing right here. User input waits for an input and then does stuff when it gets an input. But in the background, it has an asynchronous update function running, which is pretty much just running the counter tick, and it's saying tick 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 tick. So that allows me basically. So even if I'm not typing anything in, like here, if I uh, what was it? .NET run. There we go. Yeah. So if I oh bother. Okay, hang on. Okay. It does 2. Oh, no. Here we go. New terminal. Here we go. Is the Okay, now I can .NET stuff. Okay. I was in the wrong thing there. Okay, yeah, so this is running right now. If I type in info, you can see, okay, uh, I have 0 basic counters, none, 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 none. Oh, and this was originally supposed to be flavored like a where you collect bugs, like, you know, you're programming, you collect bugs. Um, that's only referenced in like this line right here. Otherwise, it just collects some kind of currency. So if I type in click, okay, now I have 1. Okay, so then I do that. Let me just abuse the system here. Oh, just an FYI, this is not very balanced at all. So I'm just copying and pasting, Control V, Control, well, not Control anything, Enter. All right, so there we go. I now have 38. Okay, well, let me see. Info. I just opened up info. What am I doing? Okay, let me just go ahead and type in help to see what the available commands are. Okay. I can go through here. I can type in buy basic. How about that? Okay. Info. I now have 24. Okay, well, I'm not typing anything in here. Let me slowly type stuff in so you know what stuff is happening on my screen. Oh, 31. Okay, so this asynchronous counter is running in the background, collecting itself. It's calculating based on how many basic counters I have and what level they are. So now if I want to do that again, so let me buy another basic. Let me buy another basic, and another. Okay, I need 16. How much do I have right now? 26 now. Okay. Buy basic, buy basic, buy basic. And again, this isn't very balanced at all because once this gets, there's no, I don't really have any error handling here. Once it gets to a certain point, then okay, buy, let's see, info, buy enhanced, info, buy enhanced, buy enhanced, and then I can just keep on scaling up and up and up and up and up like that. Once I get like 1,000, then I can buy perfected, which pretty much shoots my production up through the roof. So again, it's kind of a poor version of Cookie Clicker because at least Cookie Clicker, you have like cookies that pop up on the screen, which are pretty cool. This you just have. It's like Minesweeper, like my Minesweeper video. You don't even have a place to click. It's just type in click, type in click. But that's where I'm starting because I'm not. My main thing was I wanted to get familiar with the logic with like how everything is run in C# compared to everything else. Um, yeah, not too much else with this program. Again, it's got switch statements, it's got while loops, it's got for each loops, and then it also just has for loops somewhere. There's a for loop somewhere. Oh yeah, if else ifs. There you go. There's a for loop right there. So it's got pretty much all of the loops that I can think of. Um, yeah. I am planning on releasing a short little video at some point in the future about some of the stuff I've been building in Space Engineer. It's a space physics simulator, in case the name didn't give it away. So once I've built a decent looking ship, then I'll show that off if my computer can handle playing a game and recording at the same time. Yeah, that's it for now. Um, yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Have a good one.